la, 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 la. I wish I had some music.
Like a little speaker.
Hello, hello, hello. Out there in Facebook land.
Let me share this.
We are getting ready to start an amazing show. So for those of you who are tuning in, thank you. Thank you very much.
Give us some thumbs up.
We appreciate
El
you.
dedo para arriba, el dedo para arriba.
Dedo, no peo. But
I said dedo. I said
Exactly.
no.
Bueno, mi gente, aquí estamos aquí live in Supreme Clientele Radio with the one and only The Show in the building right here, right now. This is the only place that you need to be on a Monday night at 8 o'clock, right here. Facebook Live, Supreme Clientele Radio. With me, your girl, Nina Rock.
Ilana.
Y la gordita sabrosa, Angie Ruiz.
Angie Ruiz. And together we are The Show, because every time we get together, you already know it's going to be a what?
A show.
Yes, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for tuning in every single week. We certainly appreciate you guys. And of course, everybody who tunes in to us on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and all the other media outlets out there. We certainly appreciate you guys as well. Much love to you. Send us some love back. We appreciate it.
Hello, ladies. How was your weekend?
Good. How was yours?
We're not going to get started on my weekend, but I hope everybody out there in Facebook land had an awesome weekend. I didn't.
My weekend was busy, good. I had the photo shoot with Cushions.
Yes.
It was so freaking hot. A lot of traffic. But I had fun. I had a little boy that wanted to be on my photo shoot.
Aww.
When I taking a picture, we had to stop a few times because he came right behind me a couple of times.
I want the wine.
He was so
went behind
cute.
you.
They took a video of him. I could share the video, that little video. You could see him going like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet he was. Ooh, ah.
Yeah. You know, it was nice. I had a good week. And then today I want to say my condolences to my people, my squad, my group. I got some bad news in my way here, which is not good to receive while you're driving. But I love ya. Please, people, stay strong, and I will talk to y'all later.
Yes, yes, yes. So, with that being said, let's talk about the topics that we're going to talk about today. Today is Monday. I was going to say November. I'm like counting down to my birthday.
You think about Thanksgiving, huh?
I'm thinking about my birthday.
Oh,
Turn up time.
I thought you were talking about Thanksgiving. No. Scorpio.
Monday,
No,
I'm a
Sagittarius.
Sag, baby. Don't get it
Sagittarius after Thanksgiving.
Monday, October 26th, right here. We are in Central Florida, guys. Listen, we have 5 more days of voting left, guys. If you don't think that you can make a difference in this United States of America, you are 100% dead wrong. So make sure you go out there and vote, vote, vote.
Yes, people,
Okay.
vote, vote, vote. Right now it's the early voting here in Florida. Go and vote. You do not want to wait until the 3rd and be stuck in that hot, long ass line on the 3rd.
Exactly.
Do it now, because some of the lines are only 5 or 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Dr. Phillips Library? No, wait. Just saying.
On Point Siena, if you're in the Osceola, you're going to where the big pool site is, next to the park. And if you're in the Polk County, you're going to where the community service is.
Yes. So make sure you go out and vote, guys. 5 more days left. Keep in mind that, you know, if you can't complain if you're not willing to step up and do what you got to do, and that means vote. So
no hable mierda if you didn't
Exactly.
vote, and then the person you didn't want to be in the office win.
And it's not so much about red or blue. It's about who's going to be right for the people.
Yes.
That's how I see it.
So don't
Yeah.
shit if you didn't vote.
Right. Exactly. So guys, get out there and vote. That's extremely important. So with that being said, on today's show, we're going to talk about something extremely not related to voting, but we are going to talk about. You ready for the topic?
Go ahead, mama, say it.
What's up?
All right. So, are you guys ready for the topic?
Are y'all ready? Come on.
If you're ready, give me some thumbs up so I can tell you
And-
what the topic of the day is going to be.
And get involved in the comments, please.
Yes, yes, yes. The show works better when you are more involved.
Oh, yes. More for us to talk.
Yes, yes, yes. So, topic of the night is it better to be with someone that you are in love with, or is it better to be with someone who is in love with you? 'Cause there's a difference. We're going to talk about that. Let me know your thoughts, your comments. Put it out there in the chat, and we'll go ahead and read some of those in just a few minutes.
Yeah, I already know my head is going.
Yes, yes, yes. So, before we get into the topic of the night, keep sending in your comments. We appreciate that.
And
But
what other topics do we have?
you tell me.
We have A, B, and C.
Yes.
Well, B is domestic violence. We're actually in the last week of October.
Yes,
October
yes, yes.
is the month of domestic violence and breast cancer.
Yes.
So we are about to actually bring the topic to see why y'all think what is domestic violence to y'all. Let us know. And Plan C, I don't even know. We ain't even spoke in the car what was Plan C. Plan C is whatever will come up.
Exactly. Whatever happens, happens, baby.
Hello, Tina.
Hey, Tina. Thanks for
Hi,
tuning in. So just as a reminder, guys, this Sunday we are also having our pop-up shop right here in the studio in our lot out there. Make sure you guys come check it out. Start your early holiday shopping, guys. We're going to have some amazing vendors. We have right now a total of 7 vendors that are, are going to be here promoting and selling their products. So we're going to have some holiday gift baskets. We're going to have some magnetic lashes.
Yes, yes,
We're
yes.
gonna have some shoes for the ladies. We're gonna have some amazing handbags, guys. You don't want to miss out on these handbags.
I seen them today. They great.
Gorgeous, gorgeous,
Great.
gorgeous. Okay?
Come and get your
Yes.
bag. Guys, come and get your girl
Yes.
a bag for Christmas.
Gifts, gifts, gifts.
Mhm.
We're gonna have handmade soaps, handmade jewelry,
For the people who stink, come on, get some soap.
handmade arts, and crafts and things like that. We're gonna have liquid lipo.
Woo! For the people who need to lose weight like me.
Yes, liquid lipo. Okay, a couple of sprays under your tongue, you'll be good to go.
In your tongue, people, nowhere else.
Exactly. Okay, we're gonna have some cellulite cream for
To smooth the
Yeah.
nice Swiss cheese legs like mine.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And,
Okay, leave us alone.
And we're gonna have, of course, the food truck out there, and we're gonna have music and
food.
raffles and prizes and all that other good stuff. We're gonna have some holiday items as well. So definitely come
Just
out.
show up, people. Show up. And not only that, the main thing that's going to be out there, guess what? Who? The 3 of us. So come and see us. Come and chill. Come and take a picture with us.
Yes.
Come and talk our ear off.
Yes.
You know, we might know you, but no.
Give us
Come
some-
and talk.
Yes,
Spend some time
take
with
some
us.
pictures with us. We'll post, we'll share.
We'll talk to
you
you.
know,
We
yeah.
smile with you. We
Yeah.
take a picture, and you will buy something from one of those tables too.
Of course, of course. So come on, show your support for the pop-up shop. Come support the vendors that are going to be out here. They work really hard, all entrepreneurs. So you got to give them credit, because they're out there hustling and doing what they got to do. So,
Yes.
anything that you guys would like to add to that?
Just come in. One of the gift baskets per people is me. I'm selling the gift baskets, and I got great prices. Big, small, medium, great prices. Come and get your basket.
Yes. What are you going to do? Come to the pop-up shop. Sunday, 10 o'clock.
Address 2608 South Bumby,
Yes.
Bumby, Orlando, Florida.
Yes.
Repeat, 2608 South Bumby Avenue, right?
Yeah, let her tell it, because if I tell it,
She will say another number.
You'll be like down the road in someone's house, like knocking on the door, like, hello, is there a pop-up shop?
2608 South Bumby, Florida, Orlando, Florida. Come over here and visit us. Come. Y'all will have fun. Just come and show up.
Yeah.
At least show up to say hi to us.
Yeah,
Just come.
come and say hi.
Yes.
Sometimes we need that.
It's going to get out very first. So,
Yes.
more to come.
Many more to come. Exactly. So, topic of the night. Are you guys ready for it? So funny how I knew she was going to do that. So, The question that I put out there before was, is it better to be in a relationship with someone that you are in love with, or is it better to have that person be in love with you? Let us know what you guys think. That is the topic of the night. Angie, you want to care to chime in on that?
You want me to start?
I'm just asking because, you know, and this is why I bring this up, because I've always been, you know, I believe in a lot of weird things. Like, I'm like a weirdo in a lot of different ways, right? But I've always been yeah, at least I admit it, right? So I always say that sometimes it's better to be, well, not better. They always say that he/she who cares the least in the relationship has the most control in the relationship, has the most power in the relationship. And how do you get that? It's usually because one person loves the other more than the other person. Does that make sense?
No.
What do you mean no?
Like, why you gonna let somebody take over or control you because they?
It's not so much that they're taking over or controlling. It's just a matter of, because you care more, they care less. So whoever cares the least is the one who has the most power in the relationship.
No, I will be like, mother effer, you don't get no power over me. No. Never let nobody take over or try to control you. Always be with somebody that love you the same way you love them back. Why are you going to be with somebody that don't love you? Because there's some people be in a relationship and they feel lust.
Ooh.
Lust. And there's some people, like you said, if they actually, are you going to marry because you're in love, or you going to marry with the other people being in love with you and you don't feel nothing?
Well,
I know a lot of people who marry for money.
there's a lot of people who marry for all the wrong reasons.
For
Not just
money, and they don't even care about the other person. They only
Correct.
care about the money.
Correct.
Not knowing that money come and go. You could have everything right now. You don't know what happens tomorrow. And then what you gonna do? Say, I'll marry you for the money. I don't want you.
But when the money is gone, so is the person. That's usually what happens.
Gold diggers.
Right? Of
Mhm.
course. But not only money. I mean, we've talked about people who marry for the wrong reasons. We can, we'll go into a little bit of here as well. People marry not only for money. People marry sometimes because they have kids with the person and they feel, they want to create a household, with two parents for their child, when they don't. Not saying that they don't love them. They could love them because obviously it's the mother or the father of their children, but they're not in love with them. They could be in love with someone else.
Why do that? You're gonna be so.
Because it happens every day.
How you call that?
Miserable.
Miserable.
Just the
I was
bottom
about to say
line.
missionary.
Well,
It's my words, people. My words. I got that accent.
that's the 9 o'clock freak show, guys. Tune in and we'll talk about missionaries.
No, in that case, when people do that, they're gonna be so miserable, and it's always gonna be a fight or an argument. Why you want to do that to yourself? There's a lot of people that are single and they still take care of each other's children. They co-parent. Why are they gonna get married knowing that you're not in love with that person? Because sometimes it could be a oops baby or whatever, but
And it happens
you
all
don't
the
need to
time.
marry that person just because you have a child. You could take care of it together.
We have a comment there. Let's see what you guys are chiming in on.
Tina said, there's so people that aren't in love you, they just love you. There's some people that aren't in love you, they just love the way you love them.
Right.
Like there's some people that they're not in love with you,
They
but
just
they
love
love the way you love them back.
Okay.
So in other words,
That's
do
an
all the work
interesting-
and let another person feel it back.
That's an
That sucks.
interesting comment. Who was that? Tina? I can't see.
Tina
her name.
Latino.
Wow, that's an interesting comment. That is true, because some people do love the way you love them. They like that feeling. You know what I'm saying?
But how the person that actually loving them gonna feel when they're not receiving the love back? That person's gonna feel stressed, depressed,
So-
not being wanted. Like it has to be returned back.
So
it's not
in
gonna
that
work.
situation that she's talking about, who has the more power in that relationship? The person who is being loved, or the person who is loved because the way they love them?
I don't see it as power.
How do you see it?
I see it being taken advantage of.
Would that not be power? That'd be power.
If you know that you're not getting that love back, and you still stick together with that person, that's something that a person needs to wake up, or actually, let me put it the right words. They need to wake up and realize where they are or what are they receiving back and get the hell out of that relationship or whatever it is.
And for the most part, it does happen. It just takes years for that to happen.
Years,
because here's
minutes.
what happens. Sometimes you sit and you wait for that person to reciprocate the love back. And then when you realize years down the road that you're not getting it, that's when you see a lot of people who've been in relationships for 12 years, 20 years, 18 years, 23 years, all of a sudden now they're, not together anymore, single, separated, divorced, or whatever the case is. It's because probably in the beginning of that, they were not in love with each other at all.
And sometimes it happens because maybe that person is scared to be alone, or don't know how to leave that person, or maybe the person that's not loving them is actually manipulating them.
Manipulating them.
Yes, that's the word I'm looking. Like, oh, if you leave me, I'm gonna do this. If you leave me, that's gonna happen. Or nobody want you, or nobody gonna want the way you look.
So would that not be power, quote unquote?
That's power, and part of the second topic that we're gonna talk about.
We're gonna get into that in just a little bit. That is true.
Yes, because there's a lot of people that are scared to be alone, and or scared of change. But like they could take it, for a period of time, but it's gonna take end up like they're gonna get fed up and tired, because women do get fed up and tired.
Course.
But it's up
And
to
when
when
the
the woman's
woman's
gonna
fed
take.
up, you know that song?
Yep, R.
Ain't
Kelly.
nothing you can do about it.
Yep, she gonna pick up
Hey,
and
listen,
leave your ass.
I never said I could sing, alright? I just know the song. But going back to the question, so sometimes you see in relationships that one party loves the other one way more than the other one loves them back. You know what I'm saying?
A lot.
One person could be madly in love and the other one can just have love for them, and that's completely different. So usually what happens is the one that is in love with the person kind of does whatever they got to do to cater to that person, to make them happy, to try to make them fall in love the way they love.
Another word, comfortable. Some of them are comfortable in the relationship, because there's a lot of couples, especially they have been together for years. Some of them might fall out of love, but they stay with the person because they're comfortable with the relationship.
That's a good point.
That's another word.
We got comments,
Comfortable.
Tina said, the one that just loves the way you love them.
That sounds like a song.
I agree.
But yeah, comfortable. And there's a lot of people, they just comfortable and they don't realize they're not in love with each other no more. They're just comfortable. Like they wake up in the morning, brush their teeth, get their coffee, go to
routine.
work, come back. Yep, the routine of
They
comfortable.
have a routine. They
And they don't realize they're not in love no more. But what will make them realize it? They're stuck at home in this pandemic virus. A lot of people got divorces because they were not together with their partners. But now when they were together 24/7 because the pandemic, phew, they already knew like, oh, so
It's time to go.
oh, I didn't know you had that cavity there. I didn't know you had that. A lot of shit happened during the
So yes, I was just wondering about that because, like I said before, sometimes you find couples and relationships that happens. One person loves more than the other one, and you always see. Not to say that they're weaker, because it's not so much of them being weak. It's just that they have so much love for that person that they don't see the wrongs or or the bad. Let me put it that way. Hey Sandy, thanks for tuning in.
Hey, Sandy.
Hello,
Yeah.
mister.
So the question of the night, Sandy, in case you missed it, is it better to be with someone that you are in love with, or be with someone that is in love with you? Maybe you don't love them, but
Or maybe y'all don't love each other. Y'all just there for whatever.
what are your
Roommates.
thoughts on that?
Roommate, like, oh man, I need to pay rent. Let's share the rent.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Or this is another one that I heard from the person who does the taxes. A lot of people
Yeah,
get married
she put that
because
out
the
there.
taxes. Yup, there's a lot of people because they want the taxes, join whatever, they get married for the taxes. Yup.
Yeah.
Sandy says he loves the question.
Thank you. Now let's.
But we love the answers. Come on.
Let's hear the brutally honest answer.
Angie don't play. She's like, answer.
So answer.
You know, like I said, sometimes, you know, that happens, and that's why you see a lot of people who have been in long-term relationships, like I said before, they just break up, and then, you know, on the outside, everyone's like, oh my God, but they were together for so long, what happened? You know, you never know what's stirring in the pot. The only one that knows is the chef, right? I always say that. I know it's like a Spanish saying, nadie sabe lo que está en el sartén, whatever. I don't know what.
Yeah, like they said, nobody knows what happens behind doors. Only you and your partner, or your roommate, whatever you want to call it, or your lust, or your sugar daddy, or your sugar mama, or whatever you want to call your partner, or the pain in the ass.
So, to part 2 to that question, okay, is if you can't be with the one you love, you know that song, Love the One You're With, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you can't be with the one that you really love, that you're really in love with, is it ever okay to settle with someone else?
It's up to you. It's actually up to you. But you know what? If you want to be miserable, it's up to you. It's whatever actions you want to take. You cannot tell nobody what actions they want to take.
Maybe you won't be miserable. Maybe you know that other person can provide and can give you, you know, financially whatever. You know what I'm saying?
But that's materialistic.
That's materialistic, and that's a gold digger. But at the same time, if you know you don't love the person, if you know you don't love the person, why you want to get involved with them? Why stopping the blessings to come to that person? Because maybe there's somebody out there that truly loves that person. Why you gonna stop that shit when you're not gonna make that person happy? Because it takes two to work that relationship. Because who wanna be living with somebody that has a dog face all the freaking time? You know? Yeah. You want to come to a peaceful home, not to a home that is going to be all the time. Like, they will find any little thing to argue. Could be a little hair near your shirt. They will argue about that shit.
Dirty ceiling fan.
Ceiling fan. Oh, diantre, tu apesta, you just took a crap in the bathroom. Like, it's a lot of stuff. Like, you don't want to do that to yourself. I know a lot of people do it, but they do it because they're not even thinking about the other person. They're thinking about themselves and their benefits. And their benefits.
What'd you say?
So that goes right back to being miserable, because they're probably miserable in their life, so they're trying to bring you down with them, so they attack you for it.
And let's bring it back. But if the second person sees that, why the second person is gonna accept that miserable person in their life?
Because they're in love.
They're the ones that care more in the relationship.
But you care, you know, that make you happy. I guess it goes to that person being scared to be alone.
Yes, and that they're alone, they feel comfortable.
But once they find out,
not only that, but maybe they figure, and this is just hypothetically, I don't know, I'm just saying, maybe they feel that they, you know, if they do enough, then that person will fall in love with them the way that they are in love with them.
No.
Does that
Read
make
that
sense?
comment. Read that comment. Read that comment.
All right. Tina said no, because you could never give that person your full heart, so it's not fair to that person.
Exactly what I said. Like, if you know, that means that person's not even thinking about the second person at all, or the second person's feelings. You know, people do get stressed or depressed, and then a couple of years, a month later, they were like, ah, no quiero estar en esta mierda más nada. You know, like, come on, like, Ay, bendito, leave us alone.
You see our lights keep flicking on and off. I don't know why, but...
I know why, but anyway.
We paid the bill, I swear, we did.
We paid the bill. We got visitors in here.
Yeah, we got visitors in here.
They want to be part of the show today.
Yeah, I know. Ja, you can be a part. I took the mic out, but still, that doesn't mean you can't.
35 more minutes and we leave him. We leave you alone.
Exactly. So I just wanted to put that out there because, like I said, you know, there's in relationships sometimes that happens. You get one party who loves more than the other, and that usually, you know, they try to do so much. Like I said, maybe they feel that they can eventually win that person's heart over, and you know, sometimes it can happen, sometimes it can't. And then at what point do you just give up? At what point do you realize that the love that you're giving is not coming back? What's it going to take for you to give up in that sense?
Sandy said, I would rather be the one in love with the person. Amen.
Okay.
But how you
Interesting.
will feel if the other person was not in love with you? Will you stick around, or take the beat down? Not physically, I mean, like
Yeah.
emotionally.
The emotional.
Emotionally
right.
beat down.
The emotional. Beat
Or just go for a little temporary ride.
Yeah. The worst part is hearing, I know you don't love me the way that I love you. Oof.
Or hearing, I'm not in love with you. So what the fuck are you
Or
here with me
opposite.
for?
Exactly. I'm not.
Now you here with the bill, cause the bills, the rent, or the sex. Let me say.
Or it's bound, chicka,
Like I said,
bound.
Or the kids. Yeah, there's a lot of couples that stay cause the kids.
Yes.
But you know what? Eventually the kids will see that y'all both not happy.
Correct.
So you
And they
still gonna
notice.
hurt your children no matter what.
And
So
they
for
do
that, just
notice.
co-parent. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for his answer.
Well, that's his answer. He said he would rather
No.
be the one in love.
No, remember I asked him a second question after that.
Angie's waiting for your answer, Sandy. But that all comes down, like I said it in the beginning. He who cares the least has the most control. So, with that being said, okay, control can be a lot of different things, and I'm not even talking about physical control of telling you what to do or anything like that. That's not what I mean. But I mean in the relationship, because they know that you're going to cater to their every need. So, but let's flip it, since we're talking about domestic violence, right? Let's
Yes.
flip that to control. The other type of control.
The other type of control, flipping it, people, flipping it. Like she mentioned, the other person knows that you're not going to go nowhere because you love them, you there for them, and they don't even care about you, but they know you're not going nowhere. That's the control that's going to become to domestic violence. Because it's going to be
Maybe not.
verbally, because those people that love to have control on that thing, eventually they're always verbally abusive. Verbally abusive, because one, they're going to be like, nobody wants you, so you're not going to go nowhere. Nobody wants you with kids. You're not going nowhere. Tú estás gorda. Tú estás fea. Whatever. That they're going to put any word to make you think that nobody really wants you. So you're going to stick around with that person because you're afraid to be alone or afraid for a change. That's part of domestic violence. But let me ask this question to ya. What is domestic violence to ya? I would like somebody to put anything in the comments. What is domestic violence for you?
I know Tina has a comment there.
Tina said the worst thing to do is to stay for the kids.
Yep.
I agree, 100%.
Yep.
That is the worst thing to do. And people do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? People do it all the time. And then when they leave, they sometimes then have guilt. While we're waiting for answers for Angie's question, sometimes they have guilt, like, oh my God, I left my children, or oh my God, I took my children away from their father, for their parent, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then you feel the guilt, so you want to just try to do as much as you can for them, buy them whatever they want, give them whatever they want, to try to keep them happy, when at the end of the day, sometimes kids just want time.
Yeah.
Sometimes kids just want, the time spent with you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just a random thought in my head.
But yeah, it's all about timing, all about spending time, quality time.
Yes. So domestic violence has
Different
lot
types.
of different types of domestic violence. Most of the time people think that it's just physical, but it really isn't.
There's three.
Angie has 3 fingers up.
3. And there's 3. One is verbally. Some people might get used to the verbally and they won't even care, but verbally does hurt like physical. And this mentally, that's when the people put shit in your head and you're gonna be all messed up in your head about it. Mentally, that's abuse too. And the main one,
Well, we have emotional abuse too.
physical
And emotional.
Yeah, emotionals go more with verbally, because they're hurting your feelings, they're hurting you, they're putting you down, they're trashing you, calling you out of your name. There's different types of stuff of how to verbally abuse you. There's different types, and the number one that I always see is, besides calling you out of your name, calling you a bitch, hoe, whatever, is calling you fat. Trashing you. It's all about the person actually accepting it, and until they won't accept it no more. And then the mentally, messing up with your head. And the physical, putting bruises, beating the crap out of you. I mean, physical could be any little thing, even into people don't notice. They could grab your hand and squeeze your hand hard. People might not notice, but they're squeezing your hand hard.
I do that shit to my kids all the time.
Squeeze their hand. I used to grab the ear. I used to grab the ear.
Come on, let's go to the bathroom.
Oh, the best one. This one,
That's my
pinch
mom.
right here. Right here, people, right here. Pinch right here.
Yeah.
No, but sometimes
I'm kidding, guys.
it could
I'm
be
kidding.
a squeeze in your hand. You might be like, he just squeezed my hand. But it could start like that. After that squeeze your hand, it goes worse. By time it will go worse. More
I
comments.
think we have some comments there.
Tina said, I stayed in a very abusive marriage for 11 years. For the kids, it did more damage. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does worse for the kids.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Tina, and I'm glad if you're out of it. I'm glad that you're out of it and doing whatever you got to do. That's going to be best for your children and for
Yes.
yourself as well. So.
Yes, because the kids see it, and not only that, they might think that's the way a relationship is.
You know, I was going to mention that too, because the most important thing that kids want to see, what they need to see, and I think Sandy had mentioned this also as well, is happy parents at the end of the day. They need to see that their parents are happy and that they're being loved right. So that goes back to a topic that we talked about in the beginning, and of course the part, B of our conversation today. Because kids notice, they get to a certain age and they notice, and then what happens is they start reflecting that behavior. So, for example, if you're married, I'm just going to use guy, girl, whatever, you know what I mean? You're married, and your wife, if you're a guy, and your wife is always belittling you and talking down to you and making you try to feel like crap and this and that, whatever. When your children grow up, if you have a son or a daughter, your daughter may act the same exact way, because guess what? That's what she saw growing up. So she's going to do the same thing now to her boyfriends or her husband when she gets married, and so on and so forth. At some point, that cycle has to stop. You know what I'm
Or
saying?
she's gonna think that that's the way
that's
a man
normal.
really will love her.
Exactly.
And not only that, another thing
Exactly.
is sometimes the kids will defend the mother.
Exactly.
Like if they see the father always beating down or whatever the mother, is gonna end up that one of the kids gonna turn on the father, and that's something that you don't want to happen. Kids against the father at the same time.
Now, with that being said, we're gonna, I'm gonna flip it also with the physical part. That's the verbally, right? Let's flip it to the physical. If you have a husband who's continuously beating the mom, and now that son is gonna grow up to beat his girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? And then, like you said, eventually we'll turn on the father because that's his mom.
And he's gonna defend his mother. So it could be two. He's gonna end up saying, "Oh, it's okay to beat on a woman," or he's gonna be like, "Hell no, you're not gonna put your hands on my mother no more." And that boy is gonna be like, "No man should be putting their hands on the woman." So it could go both ways on the child.
Right. So here's my question to that. So if it's not okay for a husband or whatever,
Boyfriend,
whatever, to put their hands on the mother, what makes it okay for him to put his hands on the child, on his girlfriend? I'm sorry, not a child, on his girlfriend / wife, whatever.
People
just asking a question.
It's the same thing. People be calling wife, girlfriend, my girl, my boo, my girl. It's the same thing. Whoever they call their mate. Let's put it mate. They mate. Their partner.
Their partner.
It's the same shit.
So if
it
they
don't go by
see-
title.
So if they see that their mom was being abused by their father or partner,
Or their
in that
stepfather
case,
or their
step
boyfriend.
partner,
Mhm.
like we talked about, and they know that it's not right, why would they do it to their partner?
And like I said, it depends on the person. It's all about person's choices of doing it. And that's why when you see things like that, that's when you remove the bad thing out of your family. Remember, it's you and your kids first. If you see that's problem in your home, you don't want your kids to go through that or see that. Remove that bad cell, that bad potato, that bad whatever you want to call it, out of your house.
rotten
system.
apple.
The rotten apple. The rotten whatever, egg whatever. Out of your system. Remove it. Like you don't want that out of. That's when you need to make a choice and make a move. Like get that energy, that force, and make a move. Get out of that relationship.
Do it at
Whatever.
the strength of your kids.
Yes, good point.
What happened?
Huh?
What you said?
Do it on the strength of your kids.
Yes.
And just string the kids on but deepen yourself as well.
Right.
Understand?
But
Because why it has to take for you to make a move? Because your kids. Like,
Why?
you need to
Because
love yourself as well.
I was just gonna say that because some people don't love themselves the way they love their children.
Yeah, you need to
You know
love
what I'm saying?
yourself too.
So when they start seeing their children acting up or reflecting or whatever, then that's when they're like, whoa, wait a minute. I don't want my kids to do this, or I don't want my kids to act the same way.
Yeah.
I don't want my kids to see this. That's when people start, making moves to get out of that.
Yes, and sometimes very sad because sometimes people don't wake up and bad things happen, and that's the only way they will get out is by 6 feet under, or the only way they get out is because maybe they lost an eye, an arm, or whatever. Like they really got hurt physically. Like people out there, like just open your eyes, man. Just open your eyes. Don't let nobody manipulate you. Just do it. I'm talking from experience. It took me a while to get out, but I did it. Actually, because I was told to get out. And whoever don't believe on the force, I believe in the force of my God, Jesus Christ. And I was told by him to get out, or I was going to be dead in a few months. And that's a true story. And I got people who witnessed that at the same time when that happened. So I already knew, get out or you'll be dead.
So in that situation, you have to learn to love yourself more than you love that partner.
You love yourself and realize that everything he had told you to put you down, whatever, it was all a lie. Because, honey, believe what? There's a lot of men out there and women who like big girls. And you know what? There's men out there that even though if you have children, they will love your children as theirs and be there for you. That's the saying. Whatever that person's garbage or whatever is somebody else's treasure.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
So don't believe whatever, because believe me, there's men out there that will love you for you. And they actually will love your children as their own. But you know what? Let me flip this. Because it's not all about women. There's women abusing men as well.
Absolutely. Well, that goes back
And
to
it
what
goes
I
by
said
the men
before.
too. You could be skinny, or you could be fat, and the woman saying, nadie te quiere así de gordo, or nadie love you like skinny like that. Say, mira por favor, there's a woman out there that love bones. Mira por favor, there's a woman there that love cushions. So, you know what, people, love yourself. You know what, there's somebody there for you that will truly love you.
I always say that there is somebody always out there for someone. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has their person, or like they say, their lobster. You know what I'm saying? It's just
shrimp,
a matter.
crab,
No,
but
no.
not crabs,
No,
but
no.
lobster.
Lobster. The reason I say
Shrimp.
lobsters is because lobsters, they mate for life. Okay? Just like penguins.
Until they get eaten.
Just like penguins, penguins mate for life as well. So,
And those birds, the one that looks like dinosaurs. What's the name of them? You know those birds that look like dinosaurs over here that they mad big and they go.
the cranes.
Yes, you know if
Wow.
you know if one of them die,
Like dinosaurs.
They don't look like dinosaurs.
I see them like dinosaurs. Because you coming from the city, you see that big thing coming to you, be like, oh,
She
that's
said,
a
that's a giant pigeon.
Kenneth said, tell them, baby girl.
But I'm saying like the cranes,
"Ooh, I never
they
seen a
make
bird
for
like that
life,
before."
and if one of them die, the other one stay alone forever.
Correct. So the lobsters, they do the same thing. So that's what I'm saying. Like there's a quote unquote, and I use it lightly, perfect person for everybody. And I do this because no one is perfect. Right?
Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect. But there is always somebody for the right person. You just have to love yourself to find out who you are and what you want, and then open up, and that person will find you
And they will love you for yourself.
for who you are.
For you who are. If they love your stinky breath, they will love you for your stinky breath. They will give you Tic Tacs, some Doberman gums and shit. Like, mami, toma, un besito. This is my mentee now. So they love you fat. They love you square, curvy, skinny. Come on, it's like everybody. Actually, they will
They
get to
all
love the person.
quirkiness of the person and all their crazy beliefs about the stars and the universe and all that craziness.
But you know what? And sometimes when you're in love with a person, in love with each other, y'all still gonna learn more about each other when y'all move in, because y'all still really don't know each other until y'all really move in. Like, he stank like that.
All right, we got some
we
comments here.
got some comments. We got some
All
comments.
right, so Kevin said, what's up, ladies? What's
Hey,
up, Kevin?
Kevin.
Hello, Papa.
And then he said a crane does not look like a dinosaur. She's
Thank
so
you.
goofy. Thank you.
I saw a good dinosaur. The first
For her-
one was
for
so
her,
big.
it's a dinosaur.
Yeah, I'm
because
sure,
she's
people.
used to the
I'm sure.
Bronx pigeons. Okay, that's why.
Yup, I'm from New York City, and
Yes, thank
we used
pigeons.
to the paloma. We call it paloma, the small
They're
bird.
not even palomas.
And then you see a bird that's
Pigeons.
100 times in size.
She said, "Oh my God, that's a dinosaur."
I'm like, don't salió. No, and the thing is, they go. I'm like, what the hell?
They don't do that by my house. But
They're mute in around her neighborhood.
they are.
Mine are like, and
He
you know
just
they're
likes to
around.
mess with you. That's why.
Yeah,
They're around. You
she
could
called
hear
me a
them.
what?
I'm not no dinosaur.
That's what they said. They called me a what?
And the thing is, they are protected by the state of Florida, so you cannot do nothing about
That's
that.
right. Don't hit them with your car.
No,
Just saying.
not even with the broom.
She said not even with the
She
broom.
said not even with a broom. Such a Hispanic mom.
Child. You ever got hit with a broom?
Girl, I got hit with the cooking spoon. And I'm not talking about the wood or the little plastic one that be selling the dollar store and shit. I'm talking about the metal ones that the
Wow,
Spanish
the cucharon?
mama, the Spanish mama
Cucharon,
cook.
wow.
I'm making the arroz cucharon. Yo, I will never forget that shit. I was
Wow.
16 years
Was
old.
it hot at least? I mean, like.
Aha! It went bing! And you could feel your head go bling, 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 bling.
You
Shit,
heard-
I
you
will
heard
never
the
forget
rattling?
that shit.
You heard the rattling?
I went all the way all over to my toe and then came back.
Wow.
And man like, no me habla así. Boing! I'm like, damn, I
She
didn't say
said,
nothing bad.
okay.
I'm like, I thought she broke my head. For real, for real.
Wow.
But I'm talking, whoever knows about those spoons, those are the metal hard spoons to make arroz.
Cucharons, that's what they're
Yes.
called.
I'm not talking about no wood ones or the black plastic one. When you turn the rice, that shit turning, you can't even.
You can't even use that. To
You can't even turn the rice
That's for
or
the
nothing.
beans, girl. That's for the beans.
Shit. Yeah, that shit hurts. None of you got hit by any dishes?
No, I did whatever the hell I wanted to.
I got hit by
I didn't
those
really have
spoons.
nobody telling me what to do, so I kind of raised myself. So
Oh my god,
I'm
I
not
know.
gonna hit myself with a cucharon.
Mom uses her high heel shoes.
Your high heels shoes on you?
Instead of the chancleta, she'll
She
flick
said
her
the
high
high
heel.
Oh, she was poking you. Ah.
Wow.
I remember when I was little, you know the branch of the tree?
Uh-huh.
Go get a tweet. But if you come back with a small one, then you turn to get a bigger one because you try to be slick. So by trying to be slick, you get a double whip.
Wow.
And
Okay.
that's in Puerto Rico.
Well, we got Nino tuning in and Kevin who just tuned in as well. So the topic of the night was, is it better to be with someone that you're in love with or that is in love with you? That is the topic of the night. So feel free to chime in so we can go ahead and read your comments. Are there any other new comments out there? No?
See, Nino, that say whoop whoop.
Yes. Hi, Nino. Thanks for tuning in.
He said better late than never.
That's right. Thank you. We
Gracias,
appreciate it.
gracias.
We appreciate it. So that is the topic of the night. So feel free to give us your thoughts. Is it better to be with someone that you love, that you're in love with, or is it better to be with someone who is in love with you? Because the way I see it, and I just play devil's advocate, okay? If the person is in love with you, they're gonna do whatever they gotta do to make you happy. You know what I'm saying? Now you can take advantage of that, or you can enjoy it. It depends on your emotional maturity. That's what I gotta say about that. So I think we have some comments that Angie is like giggling about.
I can go eat it, can go pew pew pew.
Alright, so Nino said
You're a
whoop
mess.
whoop. And then he said better late than never.
And Kevin has a comment, or it didn't pop up to you yet?
Nope, that one.
I say it says never that, but I used to get shades with switches, electric cords, shoes, Hot Wheels racetracks, you name it.
He said Hot Wheel racetracks. Wow.
That's what he said.
Okay.
So you're a runner. Nino said something else. You got that one or you need him?
No. It is very important for the love be equal. It would be a challenge. Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
I
but
did
it's
mention
not
that.
always it's not always equal though. So the question is, would you rather be with someone who you're in love with or that is in love with you? Because most of the time it's not an equal love back and forth. You don't get the reciprocation that you're giving in a lot of cases. I'm
When-
not saying in all cases, but in a lot of cases.
But
So,
those
is
are
it
the
better?
dummies that will do that
Okay,
because
but
you
it
know
happens
what?
every day.
In my case, I will not be with somebody that don't love me, or I don't feel the love back. Why be with somebody like that?
I'm gonna play devil's advocate and throw this at you, right? Because you had mentioned to the people that you was in an abusive relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Were you in love with that person?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
But
wait,
after
wait,
time,
wait,
but
wait,
after
wait,
time,
wait,
Mhm.
wait. You
Don't
were
get
in
her
love with that
fired up.
person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that person in love with you?
In certain spot, and then after halfway to the
Okay.
relationship,
Who
it
loved
wasn't.
who more? You loved him more.
In my case, I did. In some cases, when I was leaving his house, he
That's
did.
different, but
He
but in
did,
the
and he said
beginning-
so.
But in the beginning,
But I left his ass.
correct.
But
But it
after
took
you
you some
learn,
time.
but you
Correct.
learn from the first mistake. Unless
Correct.
you want to go to a second abusive relationship, you the
Correct.
fool. But in my case now, no, I will not go back to something like that, and I will not put myself
Right.
on that, and I will not put my children on that
Right.
spot.
Because
And
you've already experienced it, so
Experienced
you
it.
know not to do it again. But before that experience and while you were going through it, you loved that person more than they loved you because you took that abuse. And I'm not saying that it's
Mhm.
right or wrong because I've been through it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting it out there. You can't really
Mhm.
say that the person is a dummy because it's just they were in love.
they a dummy because I went through it, so I was a dummy at that time. But if you know what's up,
But
if
you
you
didn't
know what's
know that you was a dummy at that. You could say that.
no,
to
the
yourself
first couple
now.
of years, everything.
But not at that.
Yama,
Not when
rama,
you were going
rama,
through
rama.
it. But
Like-
not when you were going through it. That's what I'm trying to say. So you can't say that they're dummies. They just haven't realized themselves and their own worth yet. And when they do, they'll never go back to that or accept any of that. But while they're going through it, they will. We have some comments, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, we do. Kevin said it's better to be in love with someone when someone loves you back. For real. Love is never a one-sided situation. Then Nino said, on the plane back to Old Town from New York, wish me luck. If I don't respond, it's because I will be at 35,000 feet.
Put me on blast in the airplane. Greetings. from
Safe
3,500
flight, safe
feet.
flight back. That's one thing. Have a
Yes,
safe flight back.
Safe flight back.
No,
And hope
no,
to see you
no,
on
no, no.
Sunday.
Señor lo permite.
Yes.
Señor lo permite.
Mhm.
But yeah, it feels good when somebody love you back and you feel the love back.
Yes.
And it will be easier. It will be easier. You go home tranquilo, nobody on your neck. Everybody go to do their own stuff, watch TV together, Netflix and chill with the love that you love.
Aww,
Yeah, that's the
that is
best
so
thing.
cute.
That's the best thing.
Yes, I agree. But you know, like I said, unfortunately, it doesn't always happen like that in real life. You know.
Or some
Am I-
people who
am
actually
I-
get involved because money. Oh, my sugar daddy. Oh, sugar mama.
So
Oh,
okay, so
sugar
let's talk about
baby.
sugar daddies. Let's talk about sugar daddies. If you can't be with the person that you are madly in love with, it's okay. Is it okay to be with a sugar daddy? Just asking. Inquiry
Like
minds
I
wanna
said,
know.
it depends on the person.
Inquiry minds wanna know.
It depends on the person. If you a gold digger and you got that mind that you don't even care
A
about
sugar
the next
daddy-
person,
A sugar daddy who
Go
gets
ahead.
no sugar, but I'm just saying.
who the fuck wants? Okay.
I'm just saying. It can happen.
That
It
sugar
can
daddy,
happen.
let me put it this way. That sugar daddy is a dummy. A dummy. Like, you don't realize that woman is not giving you no shit or whatever. You still sending her money and shit. Please, you the sucker. That's what he is. You know?
So I'm saying, so in that case, if they can't be with the person that they are in love with, is it okay to then be with the sugar daddy who knows, who they know is gonna give them whatever they want?
I know a lot of people who have sugar daddies and they're with them and they don't even care how they
Because
think about it. Because they
as
only
I
think about
mentioned
their own
before,
benefits.
he who cares the least has the most control in the
They're
relationship.
thinking about their own benefits. You know, it's about the other person. Like,
Damn,
realize,
ET, sweat.
bling, a light bulb. Put a light bulb. Like,
I'm
realize.
just saying, right?
Realize. Come
Nino
on.
said, I don't love them hoes. I'm out the door.
All right, Nino. Whatever.
Nino, have they used them as a
Bien.
sugar daddy? Fue, le usaron de sugar daddy.
Nino, have you ever been taken as a sugar daddy? I'm just asking. I don't know why I'm asking. I don't care.
Inquiring minds.
Inquiring minds. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But, you know, again, that goes kind of back to what I said before. He who cares at least has the most control in the relationship. Because if you're with somebody just because you know that they're going to take care of you physically, financially, and all of that stuff, you know, you don't really care whether they, it's like, whatever, just give me your bank card. You know what
I
I'm
feel like they don't
saying?
really value themselves. You know, like they're just going for materialistic stuff or
Or-
whatever they could get.
or-
But they're not really loving themselves because you know what? At the end of the day, that person is still gonna feel alone. The one that's using the person, I'm talking about the one using the person, the gold digger. That person's still gonna feel alone at the end of the day, and that person's is gonna feel miserable.
Or
they might
maybe-
be like, they're like, yes, I got this, I got that.
Or
You paying for this?
maybe they've given up so much on love and being loved in return that they're just like, well, F it. I might as well be with somebody who's gonna pay all my shit.
But why be miserable?
I'm not saying they ain't. They could be happy with someone paying all their bills. And
But
stuff
at
like
the
that.
end of the day,
you
you'll
don't
be
know if they're
miserable.
good, but you don't know that for sure.
If you're gonna be with somebody that you don't really love, you know, when you having sex, you're gonna feel disgusted. Like, oh my god.
Shit, there's a lot
Whatever.
of people in Orlando out here who just have sex with no love. I'm just
I know,
saying.
like I said, we know a lot of
Shit.
people, especially in the modeling industry, that we have
Shit.
worked with that do that shit.
course.
Like, but like I have, that goes back to
At
what
the
I
end of the day,
mentioned.
sex is sex. Like
No,
you
but like, it's gonna
not
go back
me,
to
but
what I
I'm just
say.
saying, you can have sex with somebody you don't love, no feeling, no emotion. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. And be out.
Prostitute.
That's not a prostitute. You're not getting paid for it.
Prostitute. Oh, that's one night stand, whatever. But I'm talking about
Just
getting money for
a
it.
one night stand.
Getting money for it. Come on.
But I didn't
But I'm
say
saying
I didn't say getting money.
it's
I
gonna
said,
go. No, we talking about sugar daddy or being with somebody that you don't love. So eventually, you
No,
get some
because
money
you
out of it.
mentioned sex, so I said, oh,
No,
let's
but I'm
talk
gonna
about
say
sex,
eventually
baby.
it's gonna
Let's
go
talk
back to
about
what I
you
said.
and me.
They're gonna be
Let's
miserable
talk
and
about
feeling
all
alone
the
at the
good
end.
things and the
That's
bad
what's gonna
things
happen.
that can be. Let's
All right,
talk
you ready for
about
comments
sex.
now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Miss fired up over there.
Yeah. No, because gonna be end up being alone. Like, come on, think about your own self.
All right, so Kevin said it does actually, at Nina. People create problems in relationships that they don't even have to have. Most times, the love is real or the manipulation is hypnotic. There is no in between.
Mm-hmm.
Nino said they tried, then they get their feelings hurt.
Yes.
Who tried? The person that was in love or the person?
No,
who
we were
just
talking
took-
about people trying to use him as a sugar daddy.
Ah, okay, I got
They
it.
got
okay.
their feelings hurt. Like, you're not gonna use me, sucker. Better for the next pendejo to pay your light bill or your nail shit. I believe that's the energy I'm getting from him. He would be like, "Vete pa'l carajo." Right, Nino?
Don't let him fool you. He's really nice. Just saying. He's my boy.
But like he wrong, he's not gonna let nobody take around church.
You know what? I'm gonna put this out there because a lot of men say that, oh, I'm never gonna let no bitch take advantage of me and blah 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 blah. But yet, the right girl, okay, who's smart and knows how to play the game will have that man doing everything and anything for her without ever getting nothing. No ass, no nothing. If she's smart. And so he can talk all the, not Nino, I'm just saying in general. He can talk all the shit that he wants to talk, but there's always one girl that can make him do anything and anything. Just by asking.
Until he wake up and realize he's not gonna get that ass. And when he be like, oh carajo, how long it has been? Oh hell no, pa'l carajo.
I'm just saying, but then
It's-
he can't talk shit because by then he's already, you know,
Has been a
given
sucker.
all this girl whatever she wanted and did whatever she needed, and you know, I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there because it does happen every day.
It happens, and
In
those are called
Orlando.
suckers.
One's born every day, and every day.
Suckers.
Okay,
Alright,
we got
got
some
some
comments.
comments. Vicky said, if I was younger, I would have a sugar daddy.
Hey, hey, Miss Vicky, thanks for tuning in.
It doesn't mean you have to have sex with them. They may want to be with a sexy, beautiful lady.
That's right, sugar daddy who gets no
A
sugar.
trophy.
A trophy girl. It happens.
And then
But put it in a
Kevin,
contract.
Kevin said, if you're the type of person that have sex with no emotional attachment, then you're the type of person to welcome all types of spirits within you. Ooh.
Ooh, that's
True.
a good one.
Facts.
That's a good comment, Kevin. But it happens every day here in Orlando. I'm not saying that I do it. I'm just saying in Orlando it happens, and I'm sure in all parts of the world it happens
All over the
time.
world, all over the cities, all over the pueblo, estados, los países.
Of course, all the time it happens. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you can go through Orlando and I can tell you like half of who slept with who in Orlando. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like, oh, this one slept with that one and that one and that one and that one. Well, damn. He got around. Shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying it happens all the time. So, and not just here in Orlando, but in other states as well.
All over the world, hey.
You memorized the buttons now?
Not yet, girl.
Oh,
I'm just using the usually one.
She knows 2 buttons. Leave her alone.
I know
okay?
this one.
She knows
And I
2
know-
buttons. That's it. She knows 2
I need
buttons.
to. I need
That's it.
to.
I'm gonna
Oh, when
send
it's a
it home with
sad.
her.
Or when it's a sad story.
Oh.
That's not even sad. That's like the Twilight
The
Zone.
Twilight.
For what's her. Is it Halloween yet?
And I go.
So listen, guys. That was a great topic of the night. Always be sure that whether you are with somebody that you love or that is in love with you, just make sure that you love yourself, because at the end of the day, you are the most important party in any relationship. You, yourself.
And not only that, you're the only one responsible for your own actions.
Correct.
So you cannot blame nobody for what's going on in your own life, because you are responsible for your own actions. So no me venga con esa mierda, you step on shit and try to blame me. Why? Because you're the one who walked towards the shit and step on the shit. Heard me? So
Alrighty then.
you're responsible for your own actions.
Yes. And like I said,
And your own happiness.
love yourself first. That's the most
Yes.
important thing.
Love yourself first.
Love yourself first. Know what it is you want. Know what it is that you like,
And another thing.
and you'll
Do
find
not
happiness.
Do not play with other people's emotion. You know why? Because God do not like ugly. Because eventually one day you actually going to fall in love with somebody, and guess what's going to happen? That person going to treat you like shit.
Mm-hmm.
So karma goes around. Don't do what you don't want to be done to you. Okay?
Alright.
Wait. Oh shit.
Kevin said, and a lot of these people walk around with, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Jezebel spirits,
Jezebel.
and don't even know it. I agree. Vicky said, this is the in thing among college girls now, beauty and money.
Yes.
Kevin said, facts. Good night, ladies. Great show. Good night, Kevin.
Good night, Bobby.
Good
See you
night,
tomorrow.
Kevin. Good night, Kevin. Thank you, guys. Yes, I do agree that there's a big common thing now with girls in college and all that stuff. You'll see it a lot. Oh, I need money for books, or I need this, or I need that, or whatever. They have OnlyFans page and all this.
Even in the
craziness and stuff
entertainment
like
business
that.
too.
Exactly, and it's just in any walk of life, not just so much college girls, but you have older girls who do it too. And a lot of times when it's an older girl, I'm gonna say, because not me, but I'm saying in general, is they've been hurt so much that they just give up. They don't give a shit, so they're like, fuck it, I'd rather have somebody to take care of me than me try to sit here and try to find somebody who's gonna love me. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, but it happens all the time. You know what I mean? I don't knock nobody for doing what they do. At the end of the day, it's their business, their life. You know what I'm saying?
Their life, if they
But
want to be miserable, is
They
their
may
own
not be
feeling, their own
miserable
life.
at that point. That's what you
You
don't
know?
know if they're miserable.
It's gonna
or
catch
not.
up to them.
Right. But at the end of the day,
It's
as
their own
long as
decision.
they love themselves and they're happy with their decisions, there's nothing that any one of us here or out there can say to them. At the end of the day, it's their life and their decisions. And people make decisions based on what's best, quote unquote, for them.
Yes.
Could be just for the moment type of thing, or it could be something that, is a future thing. So with that being said, guys, we certainly appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. Don't forget, we do have the pop-up shop this Sunday, okay? And Halloween is coming up this Saturday, so please be safe out there. If you guys, I'm not sure if they're doing trick-or-treating or not, but
In Osceola, it's canceled.
I'm not sure in Orange County. I haven't heard anything. So, but if you are, just, you know, be safe out there. Maybe have your own little party in your house with your kids, your family, friends, whatever.
Go to the dollar store, buy your kids candy.
Yeah, you
and
know
go
what I'm
outside and let them act like they're knocking on your window, your door, whatever. Say,
Yeah.
here, trick or treat.
Yeah. So with that
Or
being
egg hunt.
said, an
Like-
egg hunt for Halloween.
Like,
What's
you know,
wrong
like
with you?
Easter. Like Easter. Make a game, make something up for them. You
But
know?
not an egg hunt, a pumpkin hunt.
But,
Oh, that's
you know,
cute.
but they're gonna find it because they're big.
Not if you have little small plastic pumpkins.
We need to find those little pumpkins. Or, you know, create
The
something.
dollar store should have them, exactly.
Create something and put in your
Or
yard.
the little goodie bags. They have those. You can hide them in your yard.
Unless you have that high grass, you could hide those goodie bags.
I got high grass because
Yeah.
I haven't mowed it.
That means
The
gonna
brown
be snakes in there. Ooh,
I
no.
don't care. I got sneakers.
But you know, like make something up. Make something
just
up for the
saying,
kids.
guys.
Make it fun for them. You know,
Yes,
just
and
be careful out
safe,
there.
And be safe. Whatever you do at the end of the day, be safe. And yeah, with that being said, love, peace, and hair grease. You already know your girl Nina Rock is out. We appreciate you guys. It'll be up in Spotify in just a little bit.
Dios cuídese y que Dios lo bendiga. And I will see ya on Sunday. Bye. La gordita sabrosa Andy's out.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ilana.
Bye.
She's just like,
She's a
bye.
quiet one. Bye. Bye.